Hello and welcome back to another video on the Wrestling Debate and to another edition of AEW Dynamite Out of 10. And yeah, it's a big show today. We've got the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal. We had another few matches, 2 title matches, multiple segments as well. There's lots going on in this week's episode of Dynamite. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. We started off with said Battle Royal. Orange Cassidy was tossed over the ropes, but he held on. The Blade then had a shot to eliminate the All-Atlantic champ, but Dustin Rhodes eliminated Kip Sabian next. The Butcher then attacked Rhodes and eliminated him. Brian Cage eliminated Dalton Castle before Jungle Boy took out Cage over the contest. Jungle Boy and Ricky Starks then teamed up to take on Ethan Page before Starks eliminated the Butcher. Jerk Perry then threw Lee Moriarty out of the ring, but W. Morrissey took him out at ringside and eliminated him. Ethan Page, Matt Hardy, Sean Dean and Ricky Starks were the final 4 competitors. Hardy and Page dominated Dean, and WWE legend hit a twist of fate on the latter. Ethan eliminated Dean before Matt Hardy looked to hit a twist of fate on Starks, but he avoided it and eliminated Hardy. Towards the end, Starks and Page were the only stars left. Ethan Page then looked to hit a powerbomb on Starks, but he held on the top to win the Battle Royal. After the match, MJF came down as soon as Ricky Starks won the Battle Royal, but first he took shots at Danielson and brought up his heinous betrayal of William Regal. The Devil then focused on Starks and called him the Dollar Store Dwayne and the Pebble. Ricky Starks then responded by mentioning that MJF always tries to get cheap heat with his antics, and then took jibes at the Devil's wardrobe. He then talked about MJF running away from responsibility and how he didn't do the same. Starks then said while he earned everything in his career so far, MJF got handed everything. Ricky Starks vowed to defeat MJF on next week's Dynamite, but the latter hit a low blow on the challenger. He used to Diamond Ring but Starks avoided it, hit a spear and stood tall. This gets an 8 out of 10 for me. Really good stuff. First of all, the Battle Royal was great. Jungle Boy with W. Morrissey feud. It's quite brutal how W. Morrissey killed him, but there we go. The Starks winning, I'm definitely not opposed to that. The phone afterwards showed what they could do as well. And I'm really buzzing for that match last week. So a really fun way to kick off Dynamite. So 8 out of 10 from me. It was then time for Samoa Joe versus Darby Allin on Dynamite. Darby had the early advantage. He hit a drop kick to take Joe down. He then attempted a suicide dive outside, but Joe evaded it. The champ then squashed Allin in the guardrails before launching more offense in the ringside area. Joe looked for a powerbomb on the concrete, but hit snap powerbomb instead. The Samoan submission machine then continued his domination before hitting a big boot and senton combination for a 2 count. Darby Allin made his comeback by sending Joe to the steel sets. He then hit the coffin drop on the outside and fired out with a code red inside the squared circle for a 2. Towards the end, Allin dropped Joe from the top rope and fired out with another coffin drop. However, Samoa Joe caught him in a coquina clutch to pick up the submission victory. It gets a 7 out of 10 from me. After the match, Joe attacked Allin and hit a Muscle Buster on a skateboard. He then looked to apply the coquina clutch, but Wardlow came out to make the save and chased away Joe. It gets 7 out of 10 from me. Wardlow Joe, that feud's continuing. I guess we'll get that in the next pay-per-view or winter coming or something like that. But the match was really fun as well. Good stuff. Moving on then to Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta versus Jake Hager and Daniel Garcia. Yuta and Garcia started the match respectively. Hager gave Castagnoli his hat, but he kicked away towards the fans. Hager then got the early advantage against Yuta before tagging Garcia. The latter continued in the momentum before Yuta responded with a power slam in the centre. Castagnoli and Hager were then tagged in, and the Swiss Superman went for a pinfall. But Hager kicked out. At one point, Yuta looked like a high-flying move, and JS got the advantage, and a distraction from Stanley Guevara. The heels then worked on Wheeler Yuta before he made the tags to Claudio. Castagnoli and Hager are legal competitors, and the Swiss Star unloaded on uppercuts on his former partner and followed out with a Hurricane Rana. Claudio then hit the giant spring on Hager. Guevara tried for another distraction at ringside, but Mox took him out with a right hand. Towards the end, Hager applied the ankle lock on Claudio, and Garcia had the Dragon Tamer locked in on Yuta. Castagnoli got out of it and pushed Hager towards Garcia. He then hit an uppercut to pick up the victory. Post-match, Tony Schiavone presented a pre-recorded promo of William Regal, and the veteran explained his decision to portray the Blackpool Combat Club before Moxley cut a passion promo about pro wrestling. He now vowed to end the feud with JS at Final Battle and laid out a challenge for this week's Rampage. It seems like that's it for William Regal in AEW. His goodbye promo, and it gets a 7 out of 10 for me. The match was really good as well. BCC, maybe they are sticking around together. Moxley's promo at the end was great. It's interesting to see where it all goes now. Regal's gone, unfortunately. But I'm definitely intrigued to see that. But for this, gets 7 out of 10 from me. Good stuff. Jade Cargill and the Baggies then took on Kira Hogan, Sky Blue and Madison Rain. Sky Blue and Red Velvet started off the match trajectory. After back and forth, Lola and Madison were tagged in. The latter hit a drop kick before tagging in Blue. Blue then looked to hit a suicide dive on the outside, but Velvet caught her and delivered some heavy strikes to take advantage. Blue then got out of trouble after an intense struggle and also tagged in Kira Hogan. Jade Cargill was also tagged in at this point. Hogan came in with a flurry of offense before Cargill stopped her momentum with a chokeslam. The latter then looked to hit Jaded, but Hogan avoided it and made the tag to Madison Rain. However, Jade Cargill successfully hit Jaded on Rain to pick up the victory for her team. And yeah, it gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Decent match, I would say. Not quite a good match, I would say. Personally, yeah, Jade Cargill and the Baddies obviously getting the win is the right decision. But yeah, also building up some of the women on the other team as well, so no issues with this. But anyway, in the backstage interview, Dr. Britt Baker confronted Saraya, the former women's champion, challenged her to a tag team match at Dynamite on January 11th. However, it wouldn't be a singles match. Baker would team up with Jamie Hayter, hence Saraya must find a partner by next month's episode. And yeah, looking forward to that. That's going to be a banger, isn't it? Before it's time for the Acclaimed versus FTR. Yeah, Dex Howard and Anthony Bowens started the match trajectory after a bit of back and forth between the two teams. Bowens got a near fall reversal or cavalry on Cash Wheeler. Max Caster and Adax Harwood were tagged in. Harwood then hit a shoulder tackle, but Caster responded with a drop kick. The Acclaimed got the advantage after hitting a double team move and then started scissoring. Max Caster and Anthony Bowens then applied double sharpshooters as FTR managed to reach the ropes. Harwood and Wheeler came back into the match, shoving the Acclaimed into the ring place. FTR was in control before Caster took Wheeler down with a top rope move. At one point, FTR hit a double pile driver on Bowens before Caster saved him from a pinfall with a spear. FTR then shoved Caster onto Bowens and hit a big rig on Max Caster. However, Anthony Bowens broke up a pinfall attempt. Towards the end, Cash Wheeler hit a lariat on Max Caster for a T-count, and he then went for a powerbomb, but Caster reversed it to retain the belts on Dynamite. And yeah, this gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Really, really good match. Definitely, for me, probably the two best tag teams in AEW by a mile at the moment. And yeah, I think they really showed it here. Great match. I still feel like there's room for more matches between these two. But yeah, it's a match we all wanted. And for me, it definitely delivered. The Acclaim more over than ever. 8 out of 10 for me. Great stuff. Overall, Dynamite this week gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Yeah, I thought it was a really decent episode of Dynamite this week. The main event was really good. First match was really good. And yeah, just matches throughout the card. jovial and really entertaining. I thought on the whole, in-ring action was really good as well. Some storyline as well with the BCC and stuff like that. So yeah, on the whole, a really, really fun episode of Dynamite this week. But anyway, guys, that's it. Video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, notice what's comments down below. Follow this channel for daily wrestling news and subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.